The next topic is the next topic is hydrates. Hydrates of the hydrogen. Here, hydrates means these are the binary compounds. Binary compounds formed by hydrogen plus other element of a periodic table. Here, in this binary compounds or hydrides, we are having three types of hydrides. The first one is called as ionic hydrides, or these are also called as saline hydrides, or these are also called as salt-like hydrides. These are also called as salt-like hydrides. Salt-like hydrides. Okay. So the ionic hydrides or saline hydrides or salt-like hydrides. These are formed by first A group elements and second A group elements. First A group elements or second A group elements are alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. Here, except lithium, magnesium, and beryllium. So, this lithium, beryllium, and magnesium hydrides are not considered as ionic hydrides because they have covalent nature LiH, BeH2, and MgH2. This MgH2 and BeH2 they have a giant polymeric structure also. So these are not considered except this lithium, magnesium, beryllium are forming ionic hydrides or salt-like hydrides or saline hydrides. Why they are called as salt-like hydrides means they are having a rock salt structure. All these ionic hydrides are having rock salt structure. Because of this rock salt structure, they are called as salt-like structures or saline hydrides. Okay, and except this lithium, beryllium, magnesium, remaining are forming salt-like hydrides. Next, here if these hydrides are taken, the melts or aqueous solutions, melts or aqueous solution on electrolysis. By the electrolysis process, the releases hydrogen gas at anode. The releases hydrogen gas at anode, and this indicates that the existence of H minus ion. The H minus ion existence. If H minus ion means suppose Na plus is present, then if Na is forming a hydride and it is H minus. So Na plus and H minus, the H minus ion existence is indicated by this reaction. Any salt-like hydride melts or aqueous solution on electrolysis gives hydrogen gas at anode. Okay. Sodium hydride reacts with water vigorously to form NaOH and H2. And suppose if lithium hydride is taken, it reacts with AlCl3 and this is forming LiAlH4 plus LiCl. Here this lithium hydride is giving lithium aluminum hydride. Similarly, the same type of product we will get with sodium hydride. It gives NaAlH4. Or if you are taking here BCl3 for example, we will get NaBH4. That NaBH4 and LiAlH4 if you are taking, they are good reducing agents, the strong reducing agents, and those are prepared from this ionic hydrides. And second type of hydrides are metallic hydrides. Here metallic hydrides these are also called as non-stoichiometric hydrides. Non-stoichiometric hydrides, non-stoichiometric hydrides, or these are also called as interstitial hydrides. Interstitial hydrides. Here these interstitial hydrides are non-stoichiometric or metallic hydrides. These are mainly formed by D and F block elements. These are mainly formed by D and F block elements. And here in this D and F block elements, except 7th, 8th and ninth group. Please remember, except 7th, 8th and ninth group, these are forming the metallic or non-stoichiometric or interstitial hydrides. In this sixth group also, only chromium form one hydride, that is CrH. And because of the no hydride formation or non-hydride formation of the 7, 8, 9 groups, these groups in the periodic table are also called as a hydride gap. This group in the periodic table is also called as a hydride gap. Okay, and in the remaining hydrides, if you are taking, the hydrides are having non-stoichiometric. Here non-stoichiometric means what? Whenever we are taking these molecules are having no constant proportion. These non-stoichiometric hydrides or metallic hydrides are not following law of constant proportions. Mean there is a fraction actually. VH, vanadium hydride is taken. It is having 0.56. And similarly, NiH if you are having 0.6 to 0.8. So these type of fractional non-stoichiometric hydrides are formed. So they are not following law of constant proportions. So these are called as non-stoichiometric hydrides. And one more point here, these hydrides are previously considered like no change in the crystal lattice structure, but except cerium, actinium, nickel and palladium. Except in these four metals, the remaining metallic hydrides or non-stoichiometric hydrides, because of the formation of these hydrides, there is a change in their lattice structures also. Means cerium hydride, actinium hydride, nickel hydride, palladium hydride, no change. There is no change in lattice even after formation of hydride, but in the remaining metals there is a change in the lattice or crystal lattice structure due to the formation of hydrides. And these metallic hydrides are also considered as a hydrogen storage. Here they are also called as a hydrogen storage. These metallic hydrides are also considered as a hydrogen storage points, or this is source of hydrogen also. Because of the large volume in the crystal lattices, they are also considered or used as a hydrogen source or hydrogen storage points. That is about the metallic hydrides or non-stoichiometric. The next type of hydrides, third type of hydrides, that is covalent hydrides. These are also called as molecular hydrides. Here covalent hydrides are molecular hydrides mainly formed by the p block elements. In this also again there is three types. One is called as electron deficient hydrides. Here electron deficient hydrides are formed by mainly third A group or 13th group elements. Third A group or 13th group elements. Example B2H6 or BH3 and AlH3 and GaH3. These are electron deficient hydrides. If you see the total number of valence electrons around this boron in this molecule, this is only 6 electron, which is less than octet. So they are called as electron deficient hydrides. And second type of hydrides are electron precise hydrides. These are called as electron precise hydrides. These electron precise hydrides means these are mainly formed by the 4th A group elements or 14th group elements. Here 4th A group or 14th group elements formed by this. Example CH4, SiH4. So methane or silicon hydride, silane. Here methane or silane, if you are taking carbon, central atom is having 8 electrons. So they are called as electron precise hydrides. And the third type is called as electron rich hydrides. Here, electron-rich hydrides are mainly formed by 15th group elements. The 50th group elements or 60th group elements. 60th group elements. Okay, the 60th group elements or 17th group elements. 70th group elements. And here, these are examples for this is 50th group elements. We can take NH3. It has a lone pair on it. And next, if you are taking H2O, it has two lone pairs on it. They have lone pair of electrons on them, and that lone pair they can donate to the other atoms or molecules and make a dative bonds or coordinate covalent bonds also. And so these are called as electron-rich hydrides. This is the third type, covalent or molecular hydrides.